Okay, here we go. It's Sunday again. So on Sundays, I display items that I want to sell for the auction. 15 items this time. We're going to start with the bag of brokes, so to speak. There are items that are either broken or they have something that I don't like about them, or just not the best quality in some cases. Alright, so what this is here, this is obviously broken. This is a piece of lightly heat treated Texas chert that I was trying to make an andice from. Very common break, broke off an ear. This one here, it's not broken or anything, it's just the shape of it is not quite what I was looking for, but I went ahead and finished it out anyway. It's too narrow, right? They might have made haze in this way, haze points, but I don't think so. So I'm offering it as a mistake type point. This one here is not broken either, but what happened on this one, this piece of chert was originally a spall, and I cleaned it off with a wire brush, and I got some like metal sheen on the outside of the stone. You can see it there. See how it's shiny right in this area here? That's the metal sheen from the wire brush. There's some little spots in other areas that are also like that. I tried to get it all out, but there's still some remnants of it. There's some right here. Anyway, I didn't like that metal sheen on the outside of it, so this was not broken either, but it's kind of translucent. I was going to offer this separately, but I said no, I'll just add it in with this group here. This one has a little ding on the ear, and it's not quite right. It's this heat treated shirt. It was supposed to be like a Pedernales looking variant, and I broke off that ear, and I was having trouble flaking across the surface for some reason. It's excellent heat treat, but for some reason I was having trouble flaking across on the stem. Okay, this one is a bandy point, by the way. Let's see, Georgetown flint. Probably not the correct type of material for that style anyway. Okay, so that was C01, the first one on the list. C02, I've got a little AG point, translucent. This one's made of heat treated coral, petrified coral. It's got a little bit of a bluish tint to it near the tip here. Made that last night. Let's see, C03. I made these a long time ago, and they're kind of art pieces, right? But I'm going to offer these for sale. I was going to keep them for my keeper case, just to display how thin I can get these. But I guess I'm just tired of looking at them. I will sign all the points in this particular auction, like always. I shouldn't say particular. Anyway, these are art pieces. Somebody might like those. C04 Clovis type I made yesterday. This is heat treat. A lot of times I practice up on the flint knapping by making a Clovis. So that's what this was, just a practice run, or to get back into knapping, because I didn't knap very much last week at all. It seems that I spent most of my time just getting ready for this auction, right? I did it. I was on my trip back to Texas, and I also did a few things that I needed to catch up on, and wasn't able to do much flint knapping. All right, this one here, it's a Dalton type looking thing. I was going to offer this together with another one here, but I separated them. I was going to offer these two together since they came from the same rock. It's the same heat treat. But now I'm going to separate those. Okay, semi-translucent around the edges. Let's see, the Clovis, not same thing, little bit of translucency around the edges only. This one's C05. C06 is the, I'm not sure what you call this. I guess it's a Kirk type, but I don't know. You guys would know better. I just go by pictures I see on Facebook mainly now. When I get some inspiration for making a point, I'll just look on Facebook, and a lot of times I forget to write down what the name of these things are. I put a bevel on there. Okay, that one's C06. Okay, this next one is a blade, just a blade by itself, C07. Yeah, like I said, I didn't have much time to flint knap, so I've got some blades in here that are just basic shape of blades. You guys can notch these out later if you want, or you can just half them as they are. This is a heat treat from West Texas. This is Kinley rock from Kinley Koyan. Some of you guys know who I'm talking about. Very nice stuff. It's got some color in it. Not translucent except around the edges. But some of the stone that he's got is really nice to work. Okay. Another blade coming up. C08. This one is a Georgetown blade. Let's see if I remember the tape measure. I did remember it. 4 1/4. Just a simple Georgetown blade. This other one, let's see. This one is 4 3/8, a little bit longer. And I got one more blade here by itself. This one is coral. It's the same stuff as this, but it's this came from the bluer part of the spall that I had. But it's the same stuff. Semi-translucent. I believe it is petrified coral. Okay. Let's see, that's 4 3/4. That's what? C09, yeah. A friend of mine gave me this stone. I don't know where he got it from, but I was able to nap it fairly quickly and easily. It's very nice stuff, but I couldn't finish it out, so I just left it as a blade. Okay. Let's see, this one here, another nice piece of rock, C10. I don't know what kind of rock this is. I think this would be a heat treat, some kind of chert. I hesitate to say what it is. I don't really know what it is as far as the material goes, and it's kind of like a bell point, right? But the notching is very wide because it's very thick. But I did not want to break this. I did not want to risk breaking this nice piece of stone. So I just made some wide notches on it. Someone might like it. Okay, let's see. This one here, I was trying for Lost Lake. And I put a bevel on this one too. This one is C11. No, this is raw Horse Creek chert. I get confused between Buffalo River and Horse Creek, right? I think this one is Horse Creek. But sometimes I'll say Buffalo River instead of Horse Creek, or the other way around. Anyway, it was nice to nap. The hardest thing for me to do is get the wide bases correct, to get the correct width on these bases and the stems when I'm doing these basil notches. It looks a little narrow to me. I don't know. I think it meets the requirements. I think they were, I think like 16 millimeters is the most narrow neck on one of these. But anyway, hope somebody likes it. Let's see. I do like it. I'm trying to not have so many things in my collection. All right, so here we go. This one is C12. It is a Frio, right? I saw this one on Facebook in a collection. I said, man, that's got a nice nice base on it. I think it's a Frio type, and I had a nice piece of Texas heat treat. Although I'm not quite sure if it's heat treat. It might be lightly heat treated or raw. Sometimes this stuff naps well raw. This kind of amoeba chert. This is a Texas amoeba chert. Anyway, I did this one mainly because I liked the stem on the point that I saw. Okay. And let's see, I've got some old stuff here. These I made a long time ago just as art pieces. Right, one is Obsidian, the other two are Texas heat treat. And they're in two parts. You know, the upper part is one piece of stone, and then I have these little cross pieces down here. There's no purpose to those. It just makes it look cool, I think. And it looks kind of like a narrow entry notch type thing. But there's no purpose to these down here, no practical purpose to these lower pieces, except maybe to lessen the catch of these barbs. I guess if you want to pull them out of a quiver or something, but I don't know. They're just art pieces. It's not translucent. This one is Obsidian. I can't remember where this Obsidian came from. I'm trying to remember. Anyway, it's sinew wrapped. They're not very long, but you can probably make some kind of jewelry out of them or something, pendants or whatever. A little over 6.5. They're all the same size. As far as the wooden part, this is birch dowel, I think. Yeah. Okay. Those are going out together. C13. Okay, C14 is a wrapped blade. This is a heat treat, semi-translucent. It's got some swirly little patterns in it, in the stone. It's got some variation in color. C14. And last but not least, this one here, C15. This is the largest wrapped blade I've made so far. It came from a very large nodule of Georgetown. I didn't make this one thin. I made this one to be used and used roughly. You know what I mean? I was going to save this for myself for experiments, but I never get around to doing the experiments or the butchering and stuff, so I'm I'm going to offer it for sale so someone out there can use it. This is just same cordage as the other one. Just hemp cordage you can get at Walmart. Anyway, this one comes in at, let's see, 8 1/4, a little bit more maybe. Let's see. Yeah, 8 1/4. Yeah, the largest one I've made so far. Nice and hefty. Very cool. I like it, but I'm going to offer this one out for sale this time. Okay, read the instructions for the auction down in the comments or in the description box. I'm going to put in, I'm going to pre-populate the comments with, you know, please bid here for item number 1, number 2, and number 3, just like the last auction. And I'm going to be using YouTube time. I think YouTube time cut off a couple people in the last auction. YouTube time says you bid too late, so I had to say that, oops, too late. Hopefully that didn't upset anybody. But yeah, I'll be watching YouTube time to see if you're on time or if you've supposedly bid too late. Auction starts today, 12 noon Eastern, 11 Central. Let's see, that's 10 o'clock Mountain and 9 o'clock Pacific. And it ends Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern or 8 Central, 7 Mountain, 6 Pacific. I hope I got that right. Okay. Yeah, it seems like I'm spending a lot of time preparing for these auctions, but there will be some videos coming up that I'm making, that I'm going to make today and tomorrow. I got to finish out that series of hornstone points, the 3 hornstone points, and some other ones coming up soon. All right, that's it.